Hey, Lucky.
For you, Davide.
Hey.
Luke, go for the suit, man. Oh my God, I've just seen it.
I'm disappointed I'm the only one at the moment. Can stick.
It, but yeah.
You know, Cam will definitely be wearing a suit.
Yeah.
That's why he's late.
He's just got his shorts on underneath as well.
Getting his mum to do his tie.
Yeah, probably.
Stand up. I bet you ain't got your trousers on.
No one's got trousers.
Is that I've been doing my meetings at work for 8 weeks as well.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get this show on the road then, because we could be all night doing this, couldn't we? Okay, no idea really how this is going to work out, but there is a bit of thought gone behind it. Tyler's put a fair amount of work into it to try and get this up and running, to try and get some degree of normality for a presentation evening. So, good evening and welcome to everyone for our annual presentation night, albeit it's on Zoom. Obviously not the way any of us wanted to really celebrate the successes and hard work of the club for this season. However, we all know it's strange and challenging times, isn't it? A few words from me to start us off, really. That this is obviously, well, it is 3 weeks from now, in fact, will be the first time I actually met pretty much all of you. Not all of you, but a fair majority of you, at our first pre-season session that we had in the searing, scorching heat on a Saturday morning, where I remember it being a really good session, great attitude amongst all of you. There were about 50 of you between us and the development team turned up, and I thought then that yeah, we're going to be in for something pretty special this season, albeit there was a bit of vomiting on the first day stage, wasn't there, really? But yeah, but apart from that, it was it was a really good session. We had a good pre-season, and sadly, the goals from pre-season don't count as goal of the seasons. Otherwise, that overhead kick at MK Unite would have been an absolute cracker. So there we go. Of course, it was a new squad that we brought together. There was only 2 players that made over from the season before into this season. And of course, with any new squad coming together, it takes a while to gel. It takes a while for sort of management team to get to know you guys and your strengths out on the pitch and off the pitch. So, you know, we started with a system that I think it's fair to say that we didn't get the rub of the green. And albeit we did have some success in the cup, we had a couple of good games in the cup, but didn't really recognise the true potential of what we could do until we sort of switched it a little bit and started playing to our strengths. There are just a few thank yous that I want to make for people of note. Obviously, we couldn't be doing this without Ryan. I spoke to Ryan. I've known Ryan for a few years, and I spoke to Ryan about this project April of last year. Very keen to get on board, and I have to say he's probably the best signing that I made through all his footballing support on and off the pitch. Couldn't do it without you, pal. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
Obviously, as well, I'd like to big thank you to the club, the board, all the supporters. But starting with the board as well, you know, obviously known you for a few years now. We were kind of all in it together when we took over this thing 3 years ago, and we've all progressed and developed in our own way. You guys in terms of how we, you know, try and successfully run a football club from scratch. And you know, the playing side as well, for sort of development of the coaches, through the development team, through Colin, through all of that lot as well. So a huge thank you to all of you guys. The regiment, they're in, week out, hail, rain, sleet, snow, horizontal rain, we can hear you. We can hear you clapping, cheering, berating anyone who's in front of you that's not wearing blue.
Normally drinking.
And that is what it's all about. It really is our 12th man when we need it sometimes. We really hope to see you again very soon, cheering us on, banging on anything metal that you can find. And that's a great new flag that's behind you, Ian. And we're looking forward to seeing that out and about as and when.
Give us a song, lads. Give us a song.
Definitely.
It's a pleasure.
Give us a song, come on.
Definitely.
Give us a song, come on.
Definitely. Just a couple of final thank yous. Obviously, Rory, Ivan can't be with us tonight, but Rory and all the other coaches that have come through, huge help. Couldn't do any of this, guys, without you guys. You know that. You know how valuable you are to us, and when we're all on one common mission, to try and get the most success out of all of us. So thank you very much, guys.
Cheers, lads.
Final thank yous to Tassos, and congratulations, Tassos, as well. He's got a new job. Things really looking up for him, and a huge thank you for all the hard work that you've put in this year to sort of help and try and keep us all safe. So thank you very much, Tassos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Strapping.
That's all I've really got to say in terms of sort of thank yous. I didn't want to make it a big, long, drawn-out speech. I'm going to hand over to Ryan. I know he's got a few words to say, and then Neil as well. Over to you.
Yeah, cheers, G. Cheers for that, mate. To be honest, I think me and Gareth share totally the same opinion on who we think's valuable and who we want to thank for the club and why we think it's so important, really. So just to very quickly reiterate, I want to thank the guys behind the scenes, really, because like you hear at any club, you know, ultimately, whilst we do the work on the pitch, you're not going to get the football without the guys behind it, really. And that's from the committee to the board to the fans, everyone that pulls their weight that you don't always see. You know, it's sort of work you don't always see go on. And I just want to, from myself, say thank you very much to all the guys. Yeah, I can't name you all. You know, I'm bound to forget someone, but you know who you are. Thank you very much always for all your support. And I know myself, Gareth, the rest of the staff and all the players really do appreciate it. The fans as well, absolutely brilliant. You know, I've been at a few clubs, but especially the Regiment, you know, they do keep going, and regardless of the score, regardless of the situation, they push us on. So, and I know deep down the guys really do appreciate that as well. So thank you very much to you guys. The players, you know, totally new season for me. It's been my first season here, and for 95% of you guys, it was your first season as well. And I think it's been really successful. What I've been most impressed with you guys is that you've brought into our work ethic of how we've set our standards. You never give up. You never give in. You battle for each other week in, week out. And whatever we try to apply in a training session, whatever we try to do and apply it into a game, you guys always tried your best to do that. And I wouldn't say that lightly. I genuinely believe you always tried your best. You always tried your hardest. And you tried to see what we were seeing. And it's really unfair this season did finish early, because I think we were on a great little run and we could have, I'm positive we could have ended up in the top half. No doubt about that. But a big thank you to you guys, because you've been a pleasure to coach and manage. And I really do hope that all of you stay for next season, and we can really stay as a strong group, add a few more bits and bobs, and really push on to attack this league, really, because the quality in this side, from what I've seen and my experience of this level, is you've got quality. It's there. And I just think we need a little bit more time together, and we're excellent. So thank you to all the players, because you've been an absolute pleasure to deal with. And lastly, just thank you to the staff, really. Gareth, for bringing me in. Again, I know we've known each other for a few years. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. I think we've worked really well, and obviously we've really enjoyed the challenge that we've had. And it's been a bit of a roller coaster at times, but we've really enjoyed it. Thank you, Gareth, for giving me this opportunity. Rory, Ivan, Tassos, you guys have been great in your own right. You know, Rory with the goalkeepers, you know, where me and Gareth couldn't quite stretch to do anything. Brilliant. You know, you've looked after them. Tassos, you've looked after the injured guys. You've got them back quick with your magic hands. Not sure you're in that room, but fair play. And Ivan, obviously, he's not here, but he's been a great help since coming in, because there was a lot of strain to do sort of large coaching sessions that me and Gareth wanted to watch and take it from. And Ivan's been brilliant in coming in and dealing with you guys and putting on some great sessions. So all in all, just to wrap up, I think we've got a really, really good setup here. From the back office to on the pitch, to the coaching staff, to the players. I think we've got a really good club here. And I was just absolutely delighted to be part of it. And I can't wait for us all to get going again and sort of deal with that unfinished business that I feel that we have. So thank you all for being such a great bunch, and I look forward to playing next year with you guys. Well, not playing, seeing you play next year.
Cheers, Sturge.
Excellent, Sturgey. Thank you.
Cheers,
Few
Sturge.
words from the chairman now, please, Neil.
Yeah, thanks, Gareth, and thanks, Ryan. It's really good to be with you guys this evening. I'm not going to speak for very long. Number of things that have been said, I reiterate. I just want to particularly thank the coaching staff, Gareth, Ryan, Ivan, Rory, Wayne, part of the season, and Tassos. Guys, I see how hard you work. It doesn't go unnoticed. And the community is really appreciative of how much effort you put in, and thank you for that. I think, you know, we've got an average age, under 20, under 21, roundabout in the team at the moment. That's very telling. And I think sometimes, you know, as supporters, and I might be chairman, but I'm a supporter more than anything else, we have to remember that we've got a young team. But what we can see is that you've been developing all through the season, individually and collectively. And when you look at the last few games that we did manage to play before the rain curtailed us and frustrated us, if only that was the only thing, and then the virus, guys, some of your performances were exemplary. I did not fear in any one game, and all the games looking forward for the rest of the season, I said this to a number of people, I honestly think we would get a result in every single one of them. That's not being cocky, that's not being arrogant. What I could see that you were doing, the system, the players, the togetherness, we really had great hopes. And I really look forward to next season when it does start, and us really kicking on and really reaping the benefit of what you guys have done. I do want to take the opportunity to thank those people on the committee. Guys, you are second to none. You work very, very hard. We've got a number of people with different abilities, different strengths, but you love and you care about the club and you work jolly hard. Guys, I appreciate that personally. And so thank you for that. For those representatives of the supporters, you know, I think, we're the third best supported club, and we had some games coming up where we'll be able a lot more as well. You know, there's something going on. We've had a couple of big disappointments in the previous 2 seasons, but we have to look at the bigger picture. We're trying to build something, and when you build something, you have to get the foundations right. When you get the foundations right, then I think you can kick on, and I can see that now. I can see that the foundations are good. Having said all of that, let's be honest, we do not know what football will look like when we come back. Some clubs would have gone out of business, both professionally and semi-professionally, because actually they are built on sand. You know, they haven't got firm foundations. We will continue, but we will have some challenges. It's inevitable. I mean, some of our sponsors, as you will well know, whether they will be in business when we go back, we don't know. But that's for another time. Guys, I've loved your football. I've really enjoyed it. You're all respectful young men. You look, you are great ambassadors for yourselves and your families. I know some families are in this evening. I've enjoyed meeting your families. And guys, keep that togetherness, keep that respect for each other and for other people. And we've got a club that I am proud of, and I hope we will continue to be proud of. So thank you all very much indeed. And let's look forward, hopefully, to a new season starting as quickly as is possible. So thanks, guys, very much indeed.
Cheers, Neil. Thank you,
Thank you
mate.
very much for that, Neil.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Great stuff. Okay, guys, right. Now is the time for you. The time to celebrate the successes of what we've had this season and what we've done. So there are 7 awards
7.
to go through.
That's a
Okay?
lot.
We'll take each one in turn. Well, we needed to sort of cover off, get the opinions of different groups around the club, to give their opinion on who they think player of the season is. So let's start off with the mascots player.
This award has been voted by all our mascots throughout the season. The votes are in, and the winner is Chris Stapleton. Well done, lads. See you soon.
Got a piece and gotta dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way, we bout to slide. Hey, can't let this one.
Well done,
Best
Steve.
header in the club. Well done, mate.
Just a few words from you now, please, mate.
He's sitting up straight now. He's got an award. Try not to cry, yeah?
First of all, guys, I'd like to say coming to you guys at the start of this season was easily the best decision I've ever made in my life. I've made friends for life. Playing on that pitch week in, week out, having the support that we have around us, the fans, the support from the committee, all of the staff, just everyone involved is just absolutely brilliant. And I think I've been playing some of my best football in my career this season because I've just been enjoying it that much. You've made me feel a part of something, and I really appreciate that. So thank you, guys.
Cheers, Steve.
All right, mate. Well done.
Cheers, George and Freddie. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much to George and Freddie as well, and all the other mascots that actually put a vote in for that too. So excellent, guys. Thank you. Next award comes to goal of the season. Now, as you know, Tyler put a lot of effort and work into extracting all the goals that we could show. You know as well as I do that we can only actually film and record home games, really. So the choice of goals, unlike other sort of professional clubs that have every game recorded, we can only obviously have our home games recorded. So the goals that we could show went out on a poll, a Twitter and social media poll, and the results are now in. Gentlemen, drum roll, please. Okay, so worthy runners-up, should we say, was Stapes' goal against Oxley Jets.
It was all right.
That was a beauty. Also, Luke's goal in the cup.
Luke's cross.
Well, still hit the net, pal, didn't it? It still hit the net.
Yeah, I looked up. Win.
Well, you're being too honest, Luke, because that was a cracker. So that was a goal of note as well. Also, Stapes' chest knee volley in the cup as well. That was a strong contender. But obviously, and Paddy as well. His top corner was one of note too. The winner, however, as voted on by the public, was Jack against Edgware. Well done.
Yes, Jackie boy. Well done, Jackie boy.
Well done.
Yeah.
What I need is somebody who really cares. I really need a lover who wants to be there. It's been so long since I touched a wanting hand. Come put my love on the line. It's right for understand. So baby, if you want me, you got to show me love. Words are so easy to say, but you got to show me love.
And Jackie boy.
All right, Jack. Cheers.
Jack.
Celebration season.
Good goal, Jack. Couple of words, please.
I'm not sure I really deserved it, but I've got too many mates on social media, so I shared it and they've obviously all voted. So I'll take it.
At least you're honest, mate.
Yeah, at least you're honest, Jack. Yeah, but well, a poll's a poll. There was over 100 votes, not on your goal, but there was over 100 votes in total for those goals. So yes, you were the winner. So well done, Jack. Good.
Well done, Jack.
Right, Jack.
Okay, next award is the Golden Boot. So top scorer for.
Okay, now we struggled here.
5 people, wasn't it?
If our calculations are correct, it goes to 2 players on equal goals. I hope this is correct. I'm assured it is correct. And if it's not, then tough
be
shit.
Awkward.
Really tough shit. We'll be awkward for a couple of minutes, but I'm sure we'll get over it. All right. So the Golden Boot goes to both Luke and Stapes.
Oh, mate,
I love
with
that.
9 goals each, I believe.
Ballers.
Yeah. It's my tape, man. Listen to my tape. If I was your best friend, I want you around all the time. I want you around me all the time. I'll be your best friend. If you promise you'll be mine. Girl, promise you'll be mine. He said he's just a friend. Now, girl, let's not pretend. Come on. Either he is or he ain't your man. He said he's just a friend. If I was your best friend, I want you around all the time. I want you around all the time. I'll be your best friend. If you promise you'll be mine. Girl, promise you'll be mine. He said he's just a friend. Now, girl, let's not pretend. Come on. Either he is or he ain't your man. He said he's just a friend. If I was your best friend. First we get to talking, then we get to touching. If we get past the phone games, we'll be fucking. I kiss like the French to put my tongue in your ear. Do it like the dogs do it, girl, and pull on your hair. For me, a different scenery just means a different position. In the tub or on the sink, I improvise, now listen. In the chopper on the jet, join the Mile High Club. I'm the fool, I know money can't buy me love. But I'm a different type of nigga to make sure that you know.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well done,
guys.
Boys.
Well done,
Okay,
boys.
couple of words starting from Luke then, please.
Yeah, a couple of fluky ones in there. Missed, to be honest with you, but yeah, thank you very much, lads. I'll take that, to be honest.
Well done, Luke.
Well done, Luke. Man of many words there. Love it. Well done. Okie doke. Stapes, got anything to add to that?
Like I said, I could have said it better. I bonded with all the boys in the team, like everyone. And I mean, Luke especially. I mean, we clicked day one when we come to play. Hopefully next season we can go and continue and go and smash it.
Top man. Excellent. Okay, so next. Who's got the telly on in the background?
I was going to say, someone's got the telly.
It's probably me. Let me just mute it because I think it's me.
Yeah, you probably noticed.
Nailed. Good stuff.
Stapes, I couldn't hear any of that.
Yeah, repeat it, Steve. What's that?
I couldn't hear it.
Hear none of it. I just said, nah, it's been a pleasure playing with all of you lads. It's been great. It's been good. It's been good. It's been good.
You sit still.
What?
Cheers, Stapes.
Cool.
Well done, mate.
Good. Neil mentioned earlier about the age of our squads and the average age being so young. Now, I'm an eye on whether we should have, for that very reason, whether we should have a Young Player of the Year award. And I thought it was still fitting and appropriate. It's just a larger pool to choose from, isn't it, really? So there is a Young Player Award for this season. This player has been with us from the start.
Quickly?
Go on.
What's classed as young?
Young.
That's a good question.
That is a good question, Sam. So I'm talking.
Not Stapes and Luke.
I definitely am not winning this one.
I'm talking 18 and under for young.
You've got to be over 16.
Yeah, 18 and under for young, really.
So I'm a pensioner now, yeah?
So you're a pensioner, pal, yeah. Yeah. And if you're a pensioner, then what the fucking hell am I? Okay. So, sorry, language, sorry.
Sorry,
okay, so, yes, this young player of the year, this lad came to us pre-season, was highly recommended to me. I didn't know him personally, but Ryan did. Highly recommended, and I could see why. And you guys can all see why as well. His tenacity on the pitch, quite a quiet boy in and around the lads, but his tenacity on the pitch is something else. Always in for a tackle, always looking to use the ball well, always looking to be creative, and as you know, has got a ping on him. Okay, so I'm very, very pleased that the young player of the year is Jack. Well done.
Bailey. Jackie boy. Well deserved.
I can't begin to knowing, but then I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hand, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you.
Oh, this is about to ask. You don't want to score his foot.
Well done, Jack. Words, please.
Thanks, guys. Just want to thank everyone, Sturge for bringing me into the club, fans, Gareth. I just want to say thanks to everyone.
That's it. That's yeah. That's Solskjaer on the phone for you now, Jack.
Tell him bollocks.
I
want to stay.
Good stuff. Excellent. Excellent. That's what we like to hear. Okay. Next award. I've bottled it. I'll be honest. I bottled out of a manager's award. I did last season as well, and I'll probably continue to, because it's not just about me. I have an opinion, as so does the rest of my management team. So it was a joint coaches award, where everybody had a say, everybody had a vote, and it was a bit of a mixed bag in terms of who voted, but there was a deciding vote overall. Now, this player again has all the qualities to be a coach's player of the year. His tenacity, his attitude in training, out of training, towards the club, towards the game in general. Exemplary role model for younger players as well. So I don't think it needs any more introduction. So Coach's Player of the Year is Chris Stapleton. Well done.
Well done, Stapes.
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from, that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And all the niggas in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Marley Marl. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard, you never thought that hip-hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world's trade. Born sinner, the opposite of of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Thank you.
On Stapes.
Well done, Chris. Well done, mate.
Another one, mate. Well done.
Yeah, you certainly don't get many of those goals to the pound, do you? That was a stonker. Absolute beauty.
Different class, Stapes. Different class, mate.
Would have been nice to have scored a couple of them in a league game, Stapes. Just saying. Or even a cup game, but yeah, pre-season, we'll take it. We'll take it. Good. Anything you want to say there, Stapes? I know you've said a couple of things, but
it's just I'm just off the words. I was not expecting this at all, and I mean, just to have the support and knowing that the people around me who I care about, who have made such a difference to me this season, get awards like this, it just means so much. So again, I want to say thank you.
Well on Stapes.
Top man, Stapes. Good.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, 2 left. And arguably, we're coming into the penultimate and second most important award, in my opinion. And it's the Supporters Player of the Year. Now, this went out as a vote to all the members of the club, as well as it went out on social media as well. All of those votes were taken into consideration, were not looked upon any differently to the rest. Jack, unfortunately, your mates never got you through this one.
Yeah, but I'm going to get rice after.
No, so
But it was.
Because it will get finished.
It was certainly not for the want of trying, because I think a whole bunch of your mates just all voted for you in the same night, which was quite funny. But yeah, even so, all the email votes that came in and all of the private messages to the club it was quite close, but there was one clear outright winner. And again, for his passion for the fans, it's clearly to see that this player was going to win. So well done, Stapes, again.
Oh, Stapes again. Well done, mate.
Boys, I'm just saying, I have not said anything. I have not spoken to anyone.
Leave some for the rest of us.
I've been looking for somebody, trying to kick it with somebody. I need a rude boy to tell me something sweet. Same time, got his hands up on my body. I wanna get hot when he take it low. Make me feel strong when I'm taking control. I've been looking for my shawty, so come and get it if you got it. All my girls round the world, I know you know what I mean. I get a little sexy when I'm lonely. One thing on my mind, I know what I need. All my girls round the world, hands up and sing it with me. 'Cause every time I got you know it's on me. Even though I'm any putting on me.
Stapes, well done.
Stapes again.
On this one, I would just like to say a massive thank you, especially to the regiment, my sponsors, the people who are there week in, week out for us. As Gareth said, we hear them no matter where we are, no matter what the weather's like. They're always there for us, playing, like I said, whatever metal they can, whatever noise they can make. And their support this season has been unreal. And without them, like I said, I don't think we would have picked up the results that we have, and we wouldn't have pushed on as well as we have. And I didn't say on the last one, I would also like to say a massive thank you to Gareth and Sturger. Again, I've had not the greatest of years, not just inside football, but also outside of football, and they've been absolute rocks for me. They've helped me through so much, and like I said, just to be a part of this, it means so much. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome, mate.
Well done, Stapes.
Okay, now this comes to the last award, the Players' Player. I think this is the most prestigious and the most important award because it was voted by you guys. And I think that means a hell of a lot to have the accolade and recognition for your fellow players within the squad to vote for you, and to vote for you in the number of votes that came in for this player, it was practically a landslide, overwhelming, and the vast majority of the squad voted. So, what can I say about this lad? This lad came just after the start of the season, and was brand new to senior football, and his development throughout the year has astounded me, really, as to how much he listens, how much he takes on board, how much he cares about the way he plays, what he does, what he's looking to get better, how he's looking to develop, and this lad's got a big career ahead of him. So, player's player for this season is Eric. Well done.
Yes, Eric. Eric. Big Eric. Well done, Eric. Quality, mate.
Well done, mate.
Thank you.
The man who eats defenders for breakfast. Sorry, strikers for breakfast. The man who eats strikers for breakfast.
Well deserved, Eric, mate. Well done.
Thank you, thank you.
Well done, man. Well done.
A few words, please, Eric.
Eric, if you haven't signed a pro in the next year, I'm retiring.
I'll join you on that. I just want to thank everyone for believing in me, giving me the chance to play and show myself, and that's it, really. Thank you.
Good man, Eric. Well done. That's the most he said all season.
Man of many words. Man of many words. Fantastic. Guys, that is
the general.
That's presentation night. That's all the awards done. Hello.
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 Hello. Hello. Greetings.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, that's presentation done. That's all the awards done. Over to you guys. What do you want to do?
They ring a
Go
fire.
Tyler,
Down a ball of whiskey.
thanks
Go Mojo.
together this evening. I think in terms of the clips, every player who's had an award has been had themselves showcased tonight with some really nice clips. So Tyler, yeah, it's fantastic.
Tyler.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tyler.
Tyler.
Well done, mate.
Thank you, Tyler.
Great stuff.
I have to say as well, though, that some of those clips, that was some good football, guys. That was some really good football on show there. Yeah.
Good team.
You sometimes forget, don't you? You sometimes forget, but it's good. Well done.
Well done, boys. Can I just ask where Cam Brooks is?
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Flake.
He's asleep.
I was talking about dress codes and whatnot.
With Logan.
Cam's left.
I'd also like to say something.
Of course.
Freddie.
Thanks to Danny B for being a front line on the NHS every day.
We love to see it.
Well done, Dan.
No, you're not having it.
Let us see the trim, Danny. Let us see the trim.
No, mate. I apologize.
Yeah, I think we need a big,
Quick one, man.
reveal now.
I didn't see it.
He's not pulling any nurses like that.
And who's living under Kai's hat now?
Just a receding hairline. We'll leave it.
We'll take it off, though.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's all right.
How old are you, Kai?
Right, I think it's getting late, boys.
Yeah, guys, I'm off, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Cam just joined. Nice for you to join, Cam.
Stay leave.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going now. What the fuck is that? What the fuck?
There were talks of extra training sessions. All of a sudden, he wants to go home.
What is that? It's just come in. Why are you so late?
What are you wearing?
Cam, what the fuck are you wearing?
That's bullshit.
Gaffer said no caps, so I thought I'd find as many hats as I could.
Oh my God.
So I can only find two.